So today when I'm doing this 2.0 live stream announcement, somebody in the chat actually called out Yixuan as a titchuan. And that word just has me giggling throughout all the stream, along with my age 7 audience there. So throughout my whole life, there's no one instant that somebody pushed my face against a cake. And today Zenless Zone Zero just did that 3 times in the span of 5 seconds with this scene. So not only they're giving us the titchuan, they are also giving us the cake xuan. And you know, sometimes I think the size doesn't matter as much, cause we do have bigger honkers like Rina and Yanagi. I think it has more to do with how they package it. The way they cover this is like some kinds of illusional tricks. You know that it's not bigger, but it definitely looks bigger. Like what kind of sorcery was that? So speaking of live stream, membership is up and the emote are now available. The swag cat, the bleeding belly, the fire punch, and the titchuan. Anyway, like and sub, but clicking into these videos and watch some of it has already done more than enough. So let's get into the TLDR of the 2.0 announcement. So you basically got 30 pools by just logging in from various kind of login event. And you're gonna get a standard selector and a vengeance selector. So you are not choosing one of it, you are getting both. It is both agent and the engine. Like Jesus Christ, this is so... And trust me on this one, just get the Mindscape 1 Rina. Or maybe get a Lycon if you don't have him yet. But if you already have like Mindscape 1 Rina and Lycon, you could build the Mindscape of the characters of your choice. I don't care if you are going for like Nekomata or Soldier 11. I think Grace is also not a bad choice. But I think I would get extra copies of Rina. And hopefully someday I would get her Mindscape 6. That's my plan. And as for the standard Wenjin, you wanna pick the one that you feels like your account lagged the most. And we got 2 new sets. The Yunkui Tales is obviously a trailer-made set for the Yixuan and the King of the Summit. It even got the tiger stripe there, so it's definitely for the Jufufu because she's a tiger. And it's expected to be a really good 4 set for a loss of stunner like Qingyi or maybe Lighter. And of course, we got Alan Joe rework, but it's not gonna be just the number change. Her entire kit and mechanics is going to be adjusted. You could also get this Wise and Bella skin for free after you finish the main story in the 2.0, and it's somewhat customizable that you could even put on this panda's head on them, or you could put on these cat ears. And also there's this purchasable skin which is looking elegant for Yixuan. We got some really interesting event like the Mecha Bang Boo so that we could play this Gundam simulator but in Zenless Zone Zero. And we also got this new endgame mode. I assume that it's gonna be like weekly, just like the Hollow Zero. It actually has the map. You are not like warping from point A to point B like we always do in the Hollow Zero. You actually have a map to explore and mess around, and you could teleport around the map. And I think that makes the game feels more like an RPG, and I do think that is a good direction. And we also get this triple material event, whether you're grinding for the disc or you're grinding for the basic materials. It feels really nice. I've been doing almost 10 account review, and man, I gotta say there are 6 of them are lacking of material. And it's not like they're picking the wrong characters or choosing the wrong disc. So make sure to grab all those materials and disc. And now we gotta get into the pool decision. We got the Yixuan Jufufu, we got Astra rerun, and we got Caesar rerun. And by today's meta, if you haven't got Astra yet, you should 100% get the Astra. Whether if you are casual or hardcore, Astra has to be the #1 priorities, assuming that you have been playing Zenless Zone Zero for a while, because she could literally make any characters busted. It doesn't matter if you're using Nekomata, you are using Anton, you are using the Billy. If there's one characters in the entire game could make this quote-unquote play any characters that you want happens, then it's gotta be Astra Yao and no one else, cause that's how busted she is. She allows you to play your favorite characters and get through all the content. Her vengeance is not a must pull. As long as you have Kaboom and Bashful Demon, she's good to go. So she's an absolutely low investment but high return characters. Anyway, stay tuned to my Astra Yao's guide because I'm gonna do an updated one. But if you're like super new to the game, you haven't got the Miyabi, you're coming in after 1.4 and you don't have enough DPS to clear the content, then your first priorities is definitely gonna be Yixuan. And hopefully you would get her signature because she's gonna be as busted as Miyabi. She could be a little bit stronger or a little bit weaker than Miyabi, but either way, she is busted. That is the levels that people expected her to be. In case you don't know, her special attribute is called as Ether, and on top of that, you would also get her best A rank agent along with, which is the pandas, Pan Yinhu. So you're getting 2 solid members for a team from just pulling 1 agent. But definitely don't aim for Panda's Mindscape 6, alright? You never wanna aim for higher Mindscape for any A rank cause there's like 0 guarantees to that. You wanna get him progressively over time, every time when he reruns with the characters that you want in the future banners. And as for Caesar, I couldn't recommend her to anyone because she's not better than Astra, she's not better than Trigger. I mean, like even Lucy is very close behind to the Caesar if Caesar doesn't have her signature. So the only 3 scenario that I think you could pull for Caesar is that you're a diehard Piper main, or you are a diehard Soldier 11 main, or you really love to push the unlimited tower cause she's gonna give a lot of shield, even though Astra could also do similar thing by just healing the whole team and keep iframing by quick assist to dodge the enemy. Like bro, I don't even know if Caesar has her defensive kit better than Astra. The game dev did her really dirty, not gonna lie. Anyway, if for some reason you really like the pandas and you wanna get the best for him, you could get Caesar's signature vengeance because that is the best vengeance for the pandas. And the last but not least, Jufufu! Look at that freaking face! Look at this little cute monster! I wanna pop my Chinese popcorn all over her face, feeding her gluttony with any food she wants, and makes her the happiest kid in the entire game. And she looks so sweet that by just looking at her, you're gonna get diabetes. Like, oh my god, that cuteness. But I think I'm gonna skip her this time, cause I think I'm gonna get her on rerun. Even though people in the CN side do say that Yixuan kind of need Jufufu to be optimized, but I think it's gonna be the same case with the Yanagi and Miyabi, where Miyabi is just simply too OP, that people doesn't really put Yanagi and Miyabi together. But if you're like a hardcore, you really want to push your Yixuan to the next levels, you definitely want Jufufu to push that. And judging from her kit, she's an off-field stunner, just like the Trigger, but with more different kinds of functionalities. And you do want to keep swapping her in and out, so she's gonna be a little bit more technical than the Trigger. And she does feels more like a general stunner than a niche stunner like Glider, so I don't really see Jufufu overlapping with the Glider. So if you don't have any limited stunner, you could consider getting her if you have DPS like Evelyn, Hugo, Zhu Yuan, or even Alan Zhou. So yeah, I guess that's about it, and see ya guys.